I'm Martina Evans and I'm here in Kennys Bookshop in Galway. I'm going to read 2 poems. The first poem I'm going to read is called Gazebo. Gazebo was the word my mother used to describe a mad exhibitionist or a queer hawk. For example, so-and-so was going round like a right gazebo. Naturally, I imagined gazebos had legs and travelled, so I was surprised to see my first one on an English village green going nowhere, the wedding couple toasting each other under its rippling blue and white canopy while cricket bats smacked slowly in the heat. My mother grew up near landed gentry, and the gazebos hidden in their walled gardens must have entered her language like escaped seeds, growing into wild tramps that straggled along the Rathkeil road on strange, overblown feet. So my mother gets into my poems a lot, and sometimes I think since she's died that she's started taking over the poems completely. So the next poem I'm going to read was the title poem to my 4th collection, called Facing the Public. And I grew up in a shop. My mother was very dramatic, and she also loved talking, telling stories in the kitchen, taking off customers, but the shop bell didn't always work, and she got a bigger audience than she bargained for. And there was one man in particular we used to think that he used to sneak in deliberately to get a kind of bit of lunchtime drama. So this is Facing the Public. Facing the Public. My mother never simply asked. It was, I'm asking you for the last time. I'm imploring you not to go up that road again late for Mass. She never had slight trouble sleeping. It was never, 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 for one moment did I get a wink as long as my head lay upon that pillow. She never grumbled, because no one likes a grumbler. I never grumble, but the pain I have in my 2 knees this night, there isn't a person alive who would stand for it. She didn't have an operation. She died in the Mercy Hospital, only came back to life when Father Twohig beckoned from the foot of her blood-drenched bed. She didn't own a pub and a shop. She told bemused waitresses that she was urgently running a business in the country when she insisted that we were served first. She didn't do the Stations of the Cross. She sorrowed the length and breadth of the church. Yet she could chalk up a picture in a handful of words, conjure a person in a mouthful of speech. She took off all her customers to a capital T, captivating us all in the kitchen, and often drawing a bigger audience than she bargained for. How often we became aware of that silent listener when he betrayed himself with a creak, a sneeze, or a cough. How long had he been standing there, waiting in the shop? We looked at each other with haunted faces. I, being the youngest, got the job of serving him. His jar of old-time Irish, his quarter-pound of ham. Writing the messages into the book, red-faced and dumb before his replete and amused look. Meanwhile inside, my mother held a tea towel to her brow. Never, never again would she be able, as long as she lived, even if she got Ireland free in the morning. No, 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 she would never be able to face the public again.